Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie, and it's time for more Record Keeper. Today, we have the FF15 event, Road Trip to Remember, which I think is the quickest we've had a turnaround on an event in a long while. Either way, this one is featuring Prompto, one of Noctis's traveling companions, and Arane. Arane? I'm gonna go with Arane. Who is an antagonist, I'm going to assume, because I still haven't played 15. It's on the docket. Anyway. A lot of retreading of ground in this, of course. Again, it's a very quick turnaround on events, but still some new stuff. Arania. Okay. No, there was something in between. I mean, there was the city event in between 15.6 and 15, you know, everything. But, and also the entirety of the fest. But yeah. Anyway, continuing the recent tradition of the boss rush not actually being a boss rush, I'm going to have to start referring to this as the plus fight instead of boss rush. We got Titan coming around this time, with the nice little caveat of immune to attack and defense breaks. So focus on buffing your stats if you're still a newer player. Oh hey! And unlike that last time, I can field a full Sin Mission team for these early fights. No magic users, but hey, take what you can get. And it's nice at the time of being able to field a full Sin Mission team, they added a support 5. Very good. Yes, this event is extremely lightning based, which is pretty okay in my book. Well, I'll take it. Now, as with the previous 15 event, a lot of the enemies in this event overall are very punchy. So, it does behoove you to bring somebody that can do a taunt. Oh, save it. There we go. God, Prompto is such a weird word to type out. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. I'd say 6 out of 11 on a banner is reason to not pull. Very much so. However, if you're missing a lot of the items on it, it's alright. It's cool. I'd say 3 out of 11 is usually my cutoff. Well, I do have this armor breakdown, but that's because I made a bit of a general party loadout. Good thing that the boss is quite punchable. I find that the air quotes battle music in 15 for me ranges from enjoyable to overblown. Don't have a haste. Let's jump to 2, just to speed things along. I would take umbrage with the comment of Dragoons are generally bad. No. Absolutely not. Dragoons were bad a very long time ago, until the release of Lightning Dive. Actually, once they started releasing some decent Dragoon abilities, Dragoons got way better. Spine Shatter, frequently overlooked. That's not what it's called. Sky Grinder. Sorry, I'm using 14 terms. Sky Grinder made Dragoons way better. And then Lightning Dive made Dragoons amazing. Yeah, the only major issue with Dragoons right now, aside from Kane, is a lot of them want to be wind-based, and there isn't a ability outside of Sky High to let them go that way. But that's fixed pretty soon, where they give us a wind version of Lightning Dive. You know what, I can do this later. Let's do this later. Let's do both of them at the same time. I mean, okay. They've gotten better with a lot of skill sets, which still has a place, which allows, what's it called? Which allows spellcasters to build gauge fast if they can't Wrath or Life Siphon. So anyway, the second boss is Deadeye. Deadeye is entirely physical based and is weak to fire. That's about it. Resist Ice, Lightning, and Holy. So don't try with those, or do and just overpower them. Oh, wait, fuck. Yeah, which hasn't gotten an update in a very long time. That's its main issue right now. But remember, the same thing happened with Shooter for a really long time. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying they'll remember eventually that the skill set exists and give it other elements and stuff like that. They'll probably all be pretty similar moves. They'll have a quick hit 4-star and a 5 hit with a slow cast time. But like for the longest time, Shooter was AoE 4-star and 2-hit 5-star in water, and that's it. And then eventually they gave it a single hit 4-star. Hoo boy. And then they probably forgot about it for a really long time again. Shantoto, the best witch. Arguable. Shantoto and Adia. Well, actually, so here's the thing. Shantoto is the best lightning witch. Adia is the best ice witch. Because they both get USBs that allow them to double cast witch abilities. At the cost of 2 casts. Prompto's a solid character. Honestly, yeah. I didn't know it was going to have text. Just ended the fight, Noctis. Whoa, what's that? It's me, Noctis. But yeah, as stated before, a lot of the bosses in this event, tauntable, so highly recommend it. Let's hit that fire weakness condition, so I don't forget to do that. I'm happy that Noctis doesn't have the Batman voice, because that gave us the Beans line. Which will never not be the funniest part of FF15 to me. Give me the scrawny boy complaining about beans forever. So yeah, this boss can be poisoned too, on top of the fire weakness. So, you know, take that to your advantage. It helps you get some extra damage in. And you can really see how the taunt is just sort of making a lot of this boss's attacks nothing. I've not had to cast one heal the whole time. If I wanted to, I should have cast the Roaming Warrior on Iris and had her go to town. Question from the chat. Why am I using the AoE move instead of the 2-hit? Because the 2 is a 5-star. Holy shit, Father Wolf, that's a pull. $5.11. Holy boy. You better give me the deets on that one. Oh, it appears that my buff wore off. Yep. Machinist is a frequently overlooked skill set. But also a really damn good skill set. I'm not familiar with the banner yet, but hey, a record materia, legend materia, and SSB isn't too bad. The OSB is also nice. Look at me going, ha, OSBs, fuck down. I'm not biased. All right. Assault from the sky. So let me try this again. This one's Aranea. Aranea? Okay. So Aranea and her lackeys, again, entirely physical. She, however, is immune to holy, weak to fire, the soldiers, and they all resist lightning. You only have to defeat Aranea, so you can either ignore the soldiers, use a dance, go at your heart's content. And hey, actually, another point, pulling on a banner that you already had 3 things on and getting 3 new items is not a bad thing. Oh man. Oop, I went away. I'll look after this one. Anyway, pop on in. I'll probably use this on Iris. That way she can attack this time around. Like, this song I'm kind of okay with. I actually kind of like this song. It's got a good, like, rhythm to it. Sort of reminds me of some old Atelier music. I appreciate banter. Yep, there you go. After Aranea takes her first turn, she summons in her lackeys. Now you can kill the lackeys, and I'm actually going to work towards that a little bit. But they do respawn after a couple of turns, so not entirely worth it, but it gets work done. Actually, no, because the auto attacks are gonna get to them. That was a misplay on my part. I do have to lower one of their attacks. Ooh, this is gonna be rough to actually hit a attack lower on one of them. Yo, that's a cool effect. That's a real good effect. Alright, there we go. That's an attack lowered. Yeah, I kind of dig this song. This song's pretty okay. Yeah, so again, like a lot of the previous pluses for this event, it's kind of defeated by having somebody with taunt. They really don't have a way around that. Though I did run out my buff. Oh, but this fight has a really good thing if the guys are still up. Goodbye. Alright, I'm gonna go take a peek at these 4 events because I'm gonna take a trip down memory lane. Short little side segment. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, so yeah, as I figured, they're not going to give us one that doesn't have an ultimate fight. Yep. I think the furthest they're going to go back are ultimate fights. Nothing earlier. That was the first. That was like the 3rd ultimate. This was the fucking Cognazo. What a damn thing. The original Azura and Leviathan fight. Parade Float was not an ultimate. No, unfortunate. This right here, this which was like the most DPS-y race fight I think I've ever done. Which one was this? Oh right, that was the one that they eventually reused. That Dark Knight one was actually a little rough. And the Dark Bahamut fight, yeah, where he has the ultimate Mega Flare that removes your buffs. Yeah! That's all coming back to me. And then, of course... Hello. This damn fight. This is a damn fight right here. I mean, yeah, no rocks for me. I've been streaming this game for 2 years. I would figure that there'd be no rocks. That was the only reason I wish they were doing really early events, because, like, I didn't do the first 7 event, the first one, and I missed a couple of fights in some early, like, first 5 months. Also, if anybody was wondering here, why there's an event missing, because there is one. Our second FF2 event is missing here. That's because when we eventually get an FF2, the next FF2 event, that FF2 event will come back as a revenge dungeon, which is a much shorter version of the event with a lot more rewards in it. So I guess they didn't want to throw it in here as well. Anywho, that's for another time. I just wanted to take that nice little aside and like look at all that stuff. Oh, renewal event is a fantastic fucking idea. It's such a smart move. It's such a smart and good move. But anyway, Feral Stalkers. The Feral Stalkers are 3 Saber Tusks. The interesting thing about this is, so you fight 3, right? And a new one will take the place of a dead one if it's dead for 5 turns, or like a certain amount of time. So you have to defeat them pretty close together. This isn't like a revive thing, this is more supposed to be like a pack hunt and you're trying to get away, which is an interesting mechanic. Of course, all this truly means is summons be king. So, Alpha Terra Krill are going to be bringing the pain. Kate Sith, Selfie, doing their own thing downstairs. And yes, 5 turns is a long time. But for me, the fight should only last 2. I forgot to get stats. God. Anybody complaining that something gives new players an advantage are petty and dumb. That's my hot take. Fuck it. Everybody should have a good time. It's a single player game. It's a goddamn single player game with some cooperative multiplayer. Who cares? You know what this means? You know what old players getting to play, or new players getting to play old events means? It means when you get some random fucko in your multiplayer match, he's actually going to have the accessory that resists the status effect that the boss does. So many times we've been setting up for multiplayer and it's like, hey, use this accessory. I don't have that. I missed that event. Oh, well, fuck. No, there's nothing we can do. They never reissued that accessory. I honestly think that renewal should be like a legacy thing. Like once an event has been gone for 6 months, it should be in a renewal. thing. Whoops. That's entirely the wrong one. There we go. Renewal shouldn't be like a short term. It's a. God damn it. It's around for a little bit. It should be around for a long time. Or always. What's it called? Grand Blue started doing that recently. They just released, they call it side stories. And they just release old events permanently. You can just always go and play them. Which, what for me, somebody who started playing Grand Blue in like 3 years after it had been around. Yeah, fucking rad. Let me play the old events. Alright, so we actually want to do this first with old Crimbles. And so we'll get that off fast. Cast 2 summons, which should knock them low. Hit them with a full dance to get all the conditions. Now see, the tricky thing here is the dogs don't have the same amount of health. So you do actually kind of need a careful balance to make sure that you kill them all at the same time. Especially this back one. This back one is the real problem child here. That should do it though. You know, just in case. Oh, that was entirely the wrong move. You got him, Crimbles. There we go. Alright. But yeah. There's not entirely too much to that fight. The whole gimmick is that you pretty much need to come in there with AoE. It's a camera. If you don't come in with AoE, you're gonna have a problem. Because I mean, there is ways to, but it's gonna be harder to do that much damage all at one at a time. What does that camera do? Reduces reduces dearth attacks. Increase resistance to confuse. Hell yes, good. I found out today we only have 4 resistance accessories. Man, I've been playing since 2005, 15. 2005. Hell yeah. There was a comment earlier I wanted to comment on, but just not during a fight. Especially one that's going to be like one of the actual things. One of the clipped videos. Somebody, I think it was V-Prisoner, said something about getting the major silencers accessory. About that. You probably won't. The reason that you probably won't is, again, it seems like they're only doing events that contain ultimate fights. And the Corsage was given out during the first 12 event that was that had a boss rush. Oh no, Vossler was an ultimate. Vossler gave you Vossler's Gauntlet. Ah, but there is the caveat, Squirrel Token. Relics of Light is a reduced difficulty event. It's still an ultimate fight. Reduced difficulty, but still an ultimate fight. Again, look at every one of the events that they brought back. Each and every one of them has at least an ultimate fight in it. So, I don't think they're going to bring back those early ones, which means I don't think people are going to get the Rose Corsage. Which is a shame. It's an extremely useful accessory. But yes, the accessory that you are thinking of, give me a moment. This is my fucking encyclopedic knowledge of this game coming out of nowhere. So, what you are thinking of is this, right here. The Rose Corsage. This was handed out for beating the boss rush during I want to say it might have even been the first 12 event. And the reason why that was a hard event and everything was because this was the first event that had break resist. The only times we ever got 5-star accessories that weren't attached to an ultimate before ultimates existed was that one and this, the safety bit. The safety bit was for the first boss rush that they ever had. Well, and that's a bit of Newbie's History Corner of Record Keeper. This is a good ass song. This song is real fucking good. Like, that's why I said, like, I have such a love-hate relationship with the 12 soundtrack, or 15, because some of the 15 soundtrack is so damn good, and then other of it is like, okay, you're trying a bit too hard. Like, I already think you're a pretty impressive game. You don't need to, like, blow me away with your music, and I shouldn't do that voice ever again. That actually kind of hurt my throat. There we go. Alright, so the big thing about this boy, it has one, count it, one magic attack that it tries to catch you with. Everything else is physical. Now you might say, alright, so that's easy defenses, right? Not so much. Those physicals do hit extremely hard, and on top of everything else, in his middle phase, almost all of his attacks can stun. So, to put it lightly, it can get a little rough. Also, apparently this guy has, like, oddly high evasion. In a video I watched, they, too, got, like, a couple misses where you wouldn't expect somebody to miss. So that's a bug I've been having lately. Where people get punched and they get, like, knocked off screen and then come back. I'm not sure what has been causing that. Oh, Jesus. I feel like this boss is being nice to me. Yeah, and there you go, you're seeing that miss again. You know, I wanted to give Witch a bit of a showing, but I think I might have been better off just going with the Chain Agas. This is just a rude boy, isn't it? I think. Nope. Sorry, I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one. Oh boy, okay. I think I actually got lucky there. I don't think I hit the magic move. Yeah, that fight can get rough, can it? No, Bart's can hit 99. I just don't have much of anything for Bart's. I have a unique soul break, and that's about it. So, it wasn't really on my priority to break him. Every time I bust him out because I remember that he has steel power and dual strikes, I'm like, I should really level him. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Grimbleshins. I am picking up his crystal. That way I see it frequently and I am reminded to level the boy. Alright. So, last one. Well, kind of. We have a couple more fights after this. Wait, actually, hold up. This doesn't have a jump start. Huh. Alright. Either way, our Apocalypse fight is the Adamantoise. So, big things for the Walking Mountain here. Is that he comes... okay, let me start over. Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie, and it's time for more Record Keeper. No. So, big thing about the Adamantoise is it comes in two parts, the head and the leg. For all intents and purposes, except for its quake, you can actually kind of ignore the leg. It's not going to do too much too. The head, however, is extremely rude with Confounding Roar, which can confuse your people. Head Bash, which does pretty okay damage. And the big thing here is Roar, which does a 30% attack reduction on your heroes. Also, once it hits weak phase, it will prompt you that you have to deal over 100k damage in 5 turns. Or else it heals 500 or 50k. It only does that once, so if you fail that check mark, it's not the end of the world. It just turns it from a 500,000 health boss into a 550,000 health boss. Weak to lightning. Dances are very good, though note, the main head doesn't have a magic move, but the arm does. So, perhaps a power breakdown dance and then just a normal magic breakdown for the leg is probably your order of business. You should bring a Protectia and a Shelga. I heard it heals 50k. Okay, 50k. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like there's another note I want to make here. Oh, right. Roar lowers your attack if it hits you, but it's technically physical damage. So if you bring a physical blink, you can actually ignore Roar. And again, because it's its first turn, once it transitions into weak phase, and weak phase gives you the prompt about do so much damage or else it heals, it's very easy to predict the first Roar. Second one, not so much. But the first one, very, very easy to see coming. Anyway, here's our team. We got a Dragoon. We got a Spellblader. You know him. You love him. It's Lightning and Fang. Rasmo's bringing up the back with buffs and debuffs. Tyro, keeping our party alive, as is Yuna. Yeah, you can alternatively, if you have a Magic Lightning team, yeah, just go whole hog with Lightning. Yeah, Shantoto Chain, it does a lot of work. I just chose to go physical. And as such, obviously I need some way to deal with Roar. As it turns out, Dance of Rapture is the perfect way to deal with Roar. It's instant, it's a physical blink, it's a heal, it's an HP shield. What more do you need? Actually, the answer there is I looked for one that was instant physical blink that did a buff. Does not exist. I was a little disappointed. 7, 9, 11. There are physical blinks that give buffs. Specifically one. It's a Gordon Super, I want to say. Or maybe an Ultra. But it's a Gordon move. And it does a 30-30 attack mag with physical blink. But that makes it way hard. Is Roar scripted? Yes. Roar is extremely scripted. It is first turn in weak and very weak phase. And again, as stated, since weak phase has a little notification to tell you when you've entered weak phase, very easy to preempt it with the blink. Does Shout overwrite Roar? Yes, because it's a flat attack buff. Shout will override it. However, on top of that, Roar will overwrite Shout. Fuck, right, that's the thing. That was the one thing I need to change. So, as stated, this boss does a Confuse move. Before this event, if you've gotten every accessory, we talked about this before, you should have had 4 Confuse accessories. And the game kindly gave us another. It's going to lower Lightning's attack quite a bit, but I'll take it for Confuse and Earth Resist. Grab those new stats. What percentage decreases Roar? It's 30%. So if you had a Shout up, you go from a 50% buff to a 30% debuff. Very mean. Very rude. Alright, we're gonna get a couple of beeps and boops here. So just head up. This is me, not you. Your computer is in fact not breaking. That's me saving over files. Yes, it's extremely rude to physical base parties, which is why... Oh, that's not right. That's extremely wrong. Uh-oh. Streaming isn't entirely easy. Anyway. The real annoyance of this fight is that I kind of have to slow my roll in the beginning. It kind of behooves me to build up some gauge so that I can burst the boss down when we get to that weak phase. Let's just waste a couple of these early on. No reason to rush into the later phase. Ooh boy, I didn't know he could do that this early. That's recoverable though. Yeah, look at the difference in damage there. Alright, so because my roaming warrior is also a really big heal, at this point, Yuna's pretty much going to be on standby. We're actually putting the DPS on the boss like big time at this point. So when we push into that latter phase, I want to have the big damage ready to go. Or the big heal, I should say. Alright. There we go. Alright, the unfortunate thing there is Yuna got hit. The good news is Yuna got hit. Well, I wasn't hitting weakness, but that's good to know that that really doesn't deal as much damage. If I don't actually, well, you know, if I don't win, I'll reconsider. Oh boy. Damage could be higher. Well, we got aggressive for a moment here. We might be fine. Nope. Extremely no. That's funny, all that health you just healed. About that. Fang's skill set is fine. Oh. Yes, okay. Again, it's really hard to predict that second roar, so it's better to just have something like, I don't know, a backup shout. Well, back in the day, low support was used for your status effect moves. That was your busters, your attacks. Nowadays, yes, it's a bit irrelevant unless you're playing a goof build. Honestly, Adamantoise doesn't. This isn't too rough. Mind you, I'm dual breaking the head. There is that. But quite frankly, he just doesn't seem to put out the damage. So the scariest thing that he does is that he can confuse your party and he can lower your attack. But that's about it. I'd be interested to see what the non-walled damage here is. But yeah, Quake, even without like most of my defenses up, really didn't hit that hard. This is just an endurance fight. If you miss this, the DPS check, this is just a, hey, you got the hones to make up for that check that you didn't make, that check that you could not cash. Yeah. I don't think this is a particularly difficult apocalypse at all, especially with the first roar being very easily predictable. Mind you, I almost didn't make champion, but again, it was a prolonged fight. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. I've had worse apocalypses. Speaking of fights that I'm actually worried about. So, the Sid mission time. I actually, like, look at this. I'm really mad. I set up this whole, like, really good, like, jumpstart fight. Oh yeah, the submission is a whole team of, of 15 heroes, which, hey, we just got the ability to fill that out. This isn't going to be easy. I'm not going to lie. A lot of Sid missions as of late I've been able to say, like, here's this gimmick, here's that gimmick, you can utilize this way as long as you have the characters leveled up, so on and so forth. Not this one. This one requires a little bit more than just having the characters leveled. Perhaps luck. Nine? Yes. I can't wait to see people on Reddit being like, oh, what party should I make for the Sid mission? It's like, yeah, like, come on. Submission prize, I believe, is a couple lightning or... Oh. Whoa. Whoa. What is this fucking... I've never looked at this screen before. Either way. Why is this a different... Huh. Submission prize is, I think, lightning crystals. Lightning orbs? Lightning. Alright. Yeah, that was one thing, is I don't think we have damage problems. Oh, yeah. Probably gonna have damage problems. Yeah, so that roar there, that is the magic attack. I mean, it's not resistant to Earth. I'll take damage wherever I can get with such a restricted party setup. Especially against a boss that is, you know, weak to a certain element that your selection of is a little limited. Yep. Fuck. I might be fine even without Prompto. Oh, that's... I don't know why I thought that was Medica. Alright, buffs were off. No, this is a rough fight, Sid mission-wise. Like, the whole gimmick of the fight is... It's a mostly... What am I trying to say here? It's a mostly physical boss, one magic attack, and it's weak to lightning. In a realm where you have... Oh boy. Two people that can really use lightning. I think that's all she wrote. I mean, compare this attempt to the standard one I did. You do have to realize I'm using two 65 characters on this as well. Well, honestly, I don't have much. The only other thing I could be using is Gladio's Burst, which, you know, it's alright. That could probably help. But, like, I wouldn't have much more than what I have on right now. Okay, I guess the fact that he long casted that is a good sign. I was going to click Blood of the Dragon, and then it switched to Noctis. Yeah, case in point right here. The boss is being way nicer this time around, you know. Knock on wood, but I'll take it. Alright, this is going to be really close. I think if I can get another... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Roar is kind of a death sentence, isn't it? Cannot believe attack missed. Therefore, Noctis built no bar. Prompto was dead to me. Alright, Noctis just needs to get a turn. Alright, there we go. One of the best supers in the game. Easily. Yeah, that's, does Prompto still get XP? Nah, unfortunately. No, that's an extremely rough Sid mission. I'd say if you have at least one thing on somebody, yeah, it makes that way easier. But, yeah, without that, it's super rough. What does Gladio Link do again? It is instant cast, hits extremely hard for a super soul break, and gives the entire party instant cast. Like, you wouldn't think that is a huge lot, but instant cast on the party, apparently, is extremely good. I'm gonna go take a trip to the EXP dungeon real fast, and then we'll do some easy multiplayer with the chat, because that's always fun to do. That's right, folks. Pretty soon. This is the part of the stream where you get to show off. And as soon as I can find a decent roaming war, that'll do. Do I have a shadow? Do I have a shadow BSB? No. Most people turned off their shadow BSBs. Yeah, if you want to bring a Ranea, go ahead. I have Holy Out the Ass. So I can literally bring like anything. Look at these cores still trying to level up. Cores try hard, you know? They give it their all. They do their best. I don't just auto it at speed 5 because I have cores in here. They'll be dead. Like normally, yes, I just auto, but unfortunately we are partying with cores today. Any other day of the week I can auto because of synergy equipment. I just can't auto EXP dungeon. Soon, Hydra will be done. I mean, I'll do what I want. I pretty much have everybody leveled to 80. A gun. But what if a gun? Remember when they made the best Soul Break and it was like the first burst they did? It's fucked up that they've never improved from the utility of Cloud on a motorcycle. Just look at that. Look how perfect that is. How good. How just completely beautiful. Cloud on a motorcycle. Cloud, but on his ride. See, that's where I might have to disagree with you, V-Prisoner. There was a very, very subtle debuff in Cloud on a Motorcycle 2, the sequel to Cloud on a Motorcycle, and that's that they changed the AoE command to Command 2. Very, very, like, not a lot of people realize this, but that's actually a debuff. Well, that was a weird fucking noise. Oh my. Oh. Oh, that's critical. That's critical blue stacks. One moment. I apparently motorcycled too hard. Alright. To say that that didn't give me a bit of a mini heart attack would be lying entirely. Emulator might be having a time. Let me just, you know. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, let's hop into those easy raids. Let's have some fun. Multiplayer raid. What's this guy's whole gimmick? Yeah, reduce fire damage, ice and holy, got it. Yes, please. Okay. Wow. All right. There we go. There. Everything has been rectified. I am not doing anything until I see this Prompto move. What the fuck is that? Dervish. God, I forget Dervish exists sometimes. Alright. Now, as stated, I am pressing no buttons until prompt. Uh-oh. Alright. It's one. Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it myself. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Which one is it? Yes. Good. Perfect. Yeah, God, that USB is so fantastic. Yeah, it's really upsetting that it doesn't include more of the boys, the more of the boys that you have in your party. I think my favorite thing about all of that is that, fucking Noctis is upside down. Alright. A shame that two people got disconnects on that. Multiplayer has been having problems lately, like some real serious problems. We got a real nasty disconnect when we were recording the Dissidia stuff last week. Yeah, that's what I was reading. Reddit people were hooting and hollering about all their disconnects. Hell yes! Fuck yeah, Umaro. Alright, come on, big money. And then we got some banners to look at. Well, one banner. I'll probably discuss the Crystal Tower thing. I won't take my pick because it's still extremely up in the air for me. I'll probably have a good long talk with Crumb tomorrow or something to try and figure it out. I'm pretty much right now between Sarah and Fujin, and I just really don't know which one to go with. They're both the dumbest. The real problem is I have a lot of stuff. Come on, Squirrel Token. Come on. Damn. Alright, I'll fire your stuff off first. Yeah, I'll do it again. I don't give a fuck. What is that? Oh, it's a burst? Huh. Alright. What a good move! Uh-oh. Oh no, that's me. That's me. Yes. Good. Extremely well played. Book ended. Alright. Those who catch the multiplayer videos on my channel will know that I am a fan of Tiny B. It's real stupid. I can't believe they made such a bad break. It's the Mist Dragon. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so first thing, the actual 15 banner. So, as we saw, Coitus here is Prompto's gun. Gives you Trigger Happy, which is 10 ranged physical lightning, non-elemental, temporarily lower lightning resistance, and reduces the delay of the user's action. Cause machinist abilities reduce the delay of user's actions, which is very, very nice. Very, very good. On top of that, it's a 163 strength gun that you can up to 169, which is just crazy. Yeah, it is a weird thing because Coitus is something usually linked to ice and what have you. Anyway, right. So this is aside from being a just pretty damn good break, does a lot of work. Sorry. Anyway, up next is Aranea's Spear. Stoss Spear, which is High Wind. It's OSB, lightning, dark damage, and does more if slight or vulnerable. Wait, there's another little thing. Oh, can break damage. Yep, okay, there you go. It's just very nice, very, very good. Hits 2 elements, but at the same time, it's an OSB, so my opinions differ. Shots Fired is his burst, Prompto's burst, which is instant cast, physical, lightning, non-elemental, to 8 random targets and temporarily lower their attack and defense a large amount, and give burst mode. Command 2 is 2 ranged physical, lower the defense of the target a large amount, and 1 is 4 range physical lightning and reduce delay. So it's real good. Command 1 can lead into Command 2 and then back into Command 1 forever and just keep chaining until the burst is done. And then afterwards you can just chain that into other Machinist abilities. All in all, just really, really fantastic. Just good. Just good for a Machinist. So this is... Every time I look at it, I just gotta like think for a minute. Aranea's Burst. Which is air superiority. So it's 8 lightning dark attacks and enlightening. Command 2 is 4 hits to 1 target and increases damage of the user's Dragoon abilities for a very small amount for 3 turns. Command 1 is 2 and reduce the delay on jumps. So you do Command 2, Command 1, and then Lightning Dive twice. Just a very nice system for making her shell out a lot of damage with lightning abilities. No, these aren't jump attacks. Like, there's nothing in them that states that they're jump. So you would have to bring a Dragoon boosting record materia, or just weapon. Weapon's always the way I go. But they are ranged. That is the very nice thing. So she can be in the back row. All in all, I really like this. I guess the only downside is that it is dark lightning. So it's not going to be good against something that's Omni resistant. But it's going to do a hell of a lot of work against something that's lightning weak. And a bit of work against dark weak stuff. Noctis's Burst returns. So again, just talked about this last time. Instant 10, attack defense resistance boost, burst mode. 2 hits, reduce the delay of user's action for 2 turns, and just restore an ability and give Stone Skin. This was sort of built to work with his OSB ability and to an extent his USB. All in all, it doesn't really stand out too much to me. Not fantastic, but synergize this with things like full charge and just various other things to lower the to reduce the casting time of abilities is still extremely nice. It's still really, really good. I don't know the multipliers on Command 1, but that alone can actually just, train into itself probably a lot. And again, it chains in the full charge really well. Really, really well. So, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just not as, game-breaking as some of his other stuff. Kupo Cure, on the other hand, is very nice. It's Medica, and 30% Stone Skin, and Barrier for debuff. So, what fucking more do you need? Kupo Cure is actually really good as far as healer bursts go, along with your standard instant cast command 1, instant cast command 1, and Medica command 2. The entrance on this is super dumb. Yes, that is a good point from V Prisoner, that Iris can also dance. Iris gets a lot of fucking work done with this burst and her dances and her everything. She'll cover a lot of ground for you. Legend Materia for Aranea. Sorry, every fucking time. Begin the battle enlightening. It's not bad, honestly. A lot of people would argue that it's not fantastic, but I think it synergizes fantastically into any of her bursts, any of her breaks, and into Lightning Dive. So, fantastic. Good. Yes. Good. Fuck yeah. Iron Bangle is a chance to dual cast Machinist abilities, which is really good on Prompto. What with his burst commands and what his burst commands can lead into, and just, you know, Machinist abilities have gotten better. What with Rapid Shot, Lightning, and now the Lightning Imperil stuff that we just got during this. Yeah, real, pretty alright. Usable. And then, you know, fucking Divine Revelation is just fantastic. Chance to do double cast combat abilities is just broke as hell. Nothing more I need to say about that one. Hold up. I just saw, like, Prompto's fucking profile on this. He looks dumb as shit. Auto Crossbow, which is Star Shell. I'm actually unfamiliar with this one. 5 range, physical lightning to all targets, and Hyper Break. Not bad. Hyper Breaks are always really nice. Yeah, no, these are good. It's a good complement to what Prompto can already do. Yes, there's a very good comedy here in that the auto crossbow is in fact type bow, so Edgar can't use it. But yeah, if you run Prompto as a support 5 instead of as a Machinist, this is a good complement to all that garbage. Oh, had a bit of a dip there in the connection status. Aerial Spear Roulette. That's not how you would pronounce that at all. It's like Spear Roulette or Spear Roulette. Anyway, 6 jump, lightning dark to 1 target, grant a allies magical barrier, and enables them to avoid a 1 magic attack. That's not bad. It's damage with an end blink on it. Yeah, it's a copy of Kamari's super that is damage with an end blink, except this one is elemental. So in some situations it's better, in some situations it's worse. But don't be so quick to say better in every way. Remember, Omni resists bosses, or just a boss that resists lightning and dark do exist. So in those situations I would take Kamari over her. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. And then the King of the Banner, Gladios Link. What more do I need to say? You all probably know Gladios Link. It is 6 physical hits, instant cast, remove delay from all allies' actions for 1 turn. It's good. Oh, is it a... Oh, it's a joke on pirouette. Okay, spirouette. Alright. That's alright. That's okay. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, Gladiolus Link is great. Yeah, so this banner all across the board is really good. I heard some people saying that, like, Arenea's legend is a miss, or like the closest you'll get to a miss, and maybe I would be ecstatic to get an enlightening on a Dragoon. That's some real broke ass shit there. I think any item that you hit on this is really good. Maybe the weakest could be King's Bold, but it's still a burst, so yeah. Damn. Whoa. Oh. So, let's talk about something else real fast. Up. There it is. Okay, Crystal Tower banner. We discussed this briefly a while back. It's a 50 mithril pool, and you get to choose a choice of relics. But let's talk about the relics because they have actually changed. Age-old hymn. Can I really not like look at these more in depth? Okay, there we go. I have to actually just click it, not hold down. Oh, god damn it. We were good for 2 hours, and now I'm getting some real connection problems. Anyway, Age-old hymn. It's a Medica, Magic Blank, raise the mind of the caster. Instant heal on command 1, and Medica on command 2. It's a pretty standard Medica, healer burst. Way better than this one though, which doesn't even have a heal on entrance. Still your standard commands. Oh, except for this one, deal 2 white magic holy damage and lower magic in mine, a small amount. I do not care for Minwu's burst at all. It's super not great. I do not care for his burst. Meanwhile, Cloud of Darkness's burst is actually really nice, aside from a dark booster. It's Dark Holy. It gives you damage reflect, and the commands will deal slightly less damage than a normal thing because they have status effects attached to them, but they still do pretty okay damage. If you need some dark damage, it's not bad at all because of that damage reflect. Abel's Lance, a lot of people talk this down, and this is mainly like being partial to Kane and also owning it, but I actually really like Dragoon's Pride. The Enlightening is great for chaining into Lightning Dive. Command 1 changes into Lightning Dive. Command 2 keeps Lightning Dive going if the battle goes on really far. And for those rare occasions when you actually need it, the entrance is AoE. And the weapon does boost lightning damage as well. So I like Dragoon's Pride. It's pretty good. Ashura Rod. So, again, similar to Cloud of Darkness's weirdness, here we have Tomorrow's Promise, which is 6 magic fire to all targets, temporarily infuse the user with the power of fire. a 4-hit and a 2-hit that have slightly reduced damage because of a slow and stun attached to them. Now, yes, that is the one aside, is that stun and slow are at least things that you do see in bonus fights a lot. And oddly enough, the other weird thing here is small chance to silence. You'd be amazed at how much, like, how that can actually kind of fucking happen. But, yeah, I like Tomorrow's Promise. It's good. Stardust Rod, however, I don't like. It's a very legacy burst. It's one of the, I think, one of the first mage bursts in the game. 5 hits to all, a 4-hit fire and a 4-hit water. It's before they really knew what they wanted to do with bursts. This one's not really fantastic. I've never actually even used it. I own it. I've used Terra a lot. I've never used this ever, just because it never feels worth it. There's other things I could be doing. Oh, who knows? That Torment's coming up. Terra does get a second burst pretty soon, which is an Infire. Here we have White Materia, which at least it actually, you know, it heals on entrance. Doesn't do much more other than that on entrance, but does have Medica. And not an instant cast heal. It is a casted heal that raises the mind of whoever you hit. Because that command 1 is an instant cast and the entrance only does a heal and nothing else, this is kind of a, again, mediocre healer burst. Not fantastic. And yes, Eris is getting a BSB2 soon that is way better, so I would say hold off and don't take Eris. So far we have pretty good, a bit of a stinker, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, nah, and no. And then you got Fujin. Hi, Fujin. Metsu is real gross. Metsu will lower magic resistance on an AoE on entrance. Command 2 is another resistance lower, and Command 1 is a 4-hit wind. Both of these on ninja cast time. The weapon itself is also a wind booster. Metsu is a little gross, and it makes Fujin into a pretty good character. Is this in wind? No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, Metsu's pretty good. Oh, right, and it's an instant cast entrance. And then here's the mistake. The mistake that gave us a second draw. The shear trigger. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I need to click it. This is okay for a Dark Knight. You deal 8 dark. Pool, it gives him Sentinel, so that's dark and black magic to the caster. Command 2 is a Drain Strike. Command 1 is 4 hits and damage reflect. The more times you use Command 1, the more damage is reflected. So, what they want you to do is they want you to use the entrance, they want you to use Command 1 3 times, and then start using Command 2. It's interesting. It's really interesting. I have never used it, like even as a roaming warrior, but I can see this working really well in stuff. How did it cause a mistake? After maintenance, they accidentally removed Fujin's and added this one in. Which some people were upset with because they wanted Fujin and they didn't take it, and yada yada Oh, it needs 8 uses to cap out at 300? Whatever. But yeah, there was a little bit of a mix-up, which is why the banner now gives you 2 and all that. Yeah, and they said that the choices would not change, and they did, so yeah. Mistakes were made on their behalf. But yeah, this is okay. It's very niche, it's very weird, but it does work. Things obviously required to be tauntable in order to get some real everything out of it, but yeah, no, it does work. Lightbringer is a 4-hit AoE entrance with Imperil, Holy. Command 1 is a Sentinel. Command 2 is Raise Resistance. Yeah, it's a standard night break. And it does work. There's really not too much more to say about this. The weapon is a Holy booster as well. The one weird caveat is Command 2 isn't Holy typed. So I'd actually sort of a little sly thing slip in here. It's a worse version of Agrius's Burst. But that said, it's still a fantastic burst and helps with a ton of like torments and all that stuff. Summoner Garb, I'm going to hoot and holler about Una BSB2. This one is fantastic. If you want an aggressive healer BSB, I point at Una and say, yes, that one. Let me list the ways. Stacking magic buff. Pretty decent heal on entrance. Command 1 needs to be casted, but if casted twice, does ridiculous AoE damage, considering the fact that she's already buffing her own magic more than 50% just by casting the thing. Command 2 is a pretty decent medica that if you have Command 1 casted, does a single shot AoE, and on top of all of this, the armor is a Holy booster. I like Una's BSB too. This is one of my recommended items for the banner. Full stop. This is not the top recommended item, but this is one of the highly recommended items. You'll also see a connection with a lot of my recommended items on this banner. Spoilers, they're all healer bursts. Nullifying Dropkick. This is 8 physical to 1 target. Delay monk abilities for 5 turns. Grant haste and burst. Deal 3 to 6 physical attacks. The number matters on the number of monk moves used before this ability. So what you do with this is you use your ability 1, ability 2, ability 2 of this, which is a attack defense bargain, and then ability 1 of this, and you get spin combo going. It resets the count afterwards though, so you can kind of get like 2 casts of the spin combo in there for a burst. Mainly because of the burst's entrance giving you reduced delay on monk abilities. I don't hate this, but no. What am I like kind of dancing around here? This is a really good monk burst. It'll do a lot of work. It just the caveat of you need to bring 2 monk abilities. You can't bring like Life Siphon or anything like that. Oh hey! You know what? I'm gonna come back to that one. Mistletoe. Mistletoe's fantastic. Mistletoe is instant cast, mind buff after that instant cast. Command 2 is a medica, Command 1 is a 2-hit with a resistance down. Now, no single target on this. I think that's the only downside I can say, but that instant cast on entrance, oh boy, that is so goddamn good. Real good burst. definitely a recommended one. Healer Circlet. Now, I've had my love-hate relationship with Stone Skin. That said, a large heal that gives you a 30% barrier is nothing to look down on. That will heal you, it will keep your people up. Tetragrammaton. Hold up, let me try one again. Tetragrammaton. There we go. Is an instant cast. Medica is an AoE. Very nice all around. I really can't say too much more about it. Again, it'll heal your people, it'll keep them up, and then it'll keep keeping them up. And Tetra is fantastic for just spot heals. And second to last is Orlando. I'm not a big fan of swordplay. Like it's an entrance that does Holy Dark and raises attack and defense. But has a really long cast time, and then the commands are like 2 hit and a drain and an attack defense very minor break, but like they both have long cast on them, so without his OSP or just TG mode in general, it's not fantastic. It really isn't. It can probably do work, but it's not gonna stand out on its own. So I can't really recommend that one. Now, let's go to king shit of this Banner Mountain. Life Crystal. It's a Medica with Astra. That's it. It's a Medica with Astra on a character who can Wrath. On top of that, Instant Heal Command 1, Medica Command 2. Like, fuck. Like, that's my suggestion right there. If you don't have it, get Life Crystal. Like, Lars is a decent character, and this is a damn decent burst. And it's Astra. It's Wrathable Astra. There you go. That's my pick. I already have it, so I'm not going to take it. That's why I'm kind of contemplating everything. But yeah, you'll notice a lot of my super recommendations are all Medicas. Aside from that, if we're talking about DPS ones, these three are like the big ones. Tomorrow's Promise, Dragoon Pride, and Fusillade Particle Beam are the standoutish ones. And then Metsu and Light Protector. Metsu does work, like a lot of work, but I just like the other two a bit more. The other three. And Light Protector is a very good night one. And that's it. That's it for Crystal Tower, Banner, and I think that's it for a stream, actually, too. So that was the Final Fantasy 15 event. Next time we have Final Fantasy 2, which will be real interesting because that's going to bring about a new dynamic in the way events work in a way. But more on that when we get there. So I'll see you next time.